Hello, welcome to the Daily Devotion. I'm Kathy Morris, pastor of the Dixon United Methodist Church. Holy Week has begun, and we are entering into that time in which we remember Christ's passion. It is a time for us to face the reality of human cruelty and sin. It is also a time for us to examine ourselves, to examine our attitudes and our conduct, to examine our souls. Our Bible reading for today asks us to consider the ways in which we deny, minimize, rationalize the harm that we do. In our reading, we hear Pilate's response to his decision to condemn Jesus to death. I'm reading from Matthew chapter 27, verse 24 from the New Revised Standard Version. When Pilate saw that he could do nothing, but rather that a riot was beginning, he took some water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood." How many times have we denied responsibility for the harm we do? How many times have we washed our hands of wrongdoing? It is painful to see our weaknesses and our failures, and yet when we deny responsibility, we cut ourselves off from the forgiveness and healing that God offers to us through Jesus Christ. There is a penitential prayer that comes from the 14th century. It expresses the essential element of sorrow for our sin in order to experience Christ's mercy. Almighty and eternal God, who drew out a fountain of living water in the desert for your people, as well they knew, draw from the hardness of our hearts tears of compunction, that we may be able to lament our sins and may merit to receive you in your mercy. Our tears of compunction, our lament for our sins, these are necessary for us in order to receive Christ's mercy. It is painful when we have to name our failures, but it is also refreshing when our confession opens us up to receive the blessing of Christ's mercy. For a prayer exercise, what I'd like to suggest that you do is to put some water into a bowl and then to wash your hands in that water. But instead of denying the harm that you do, to let the waters be the tears of your sorrow for your failures. May this be an act of lamentation, such that the water becomes the living water of Christ's forgiveness and his healing love.